The Journey Home and the Golden Promise. In the heart of the quiet wilderness, Sariah sat outside her tent. The desert wind brushed against the canvas, but her mind was far away. She looked toward the horizon, watching the path that led back to the city of Jerusalem. Her 4 sons had been gone a long time, and her heart was heavy with worry. She feared they were lost forever in the vast sandy hills. Lehi saw her sadness and came to sit beside her. He spoke with a voice that was calm and full of faith. He told her not to be afraid, for the Lord had promised to protect their children. "I know that we are following God's path," he said gently, taking her hand. He reminded her of the visions he had seen and the hope they shared for a new home. Suddenly, a cloud of dust appeared in the distance. Sariah stood up, shielding her eyes from the bright sun. Figures were moving toward them. As they drew closer, she recognized the familiar stride of her youngest son, Nephi, and his brother Sam. They were tired and dusty, but they were walking with strength and purpose. Sariah let out a cry of pure joy and ran to meet them. When she reached Nephi, she pulled him into a tight hug. All her worries melted away like the morning mist. She realized then that the Lord truly had protected them. She felt the deep peace in her soul, knowing her family was whole once again. Nephi and his brothers did not come back empty-handed. They carefully set down a heavy bundle wrapped in cloth. When they uncovered it, something bright flashed in the sunlight. It was the plates of brass, filled with the holy words of God. They had faced many dangers, but they had returned with the precious records they were sent to find. The whole family gathered together to show their gratitude. They built an altar of stones and offered sacrifices to the Lord. Lehi and Sariah stood side by side, offering prayers of thanks for the safety of their sons and the gift of the holy records. The air was filled with a spirit of love and thankfulness. After the celebration, Lehi sat down in the shade to examine the plates of brass. He turned the heavy, metallic pages with great care. He found the 5 books of Moses, which told the story of how the world began. He read the words of the prophets and felt the power of God's teachings filling his heart. As Lehi read further, he made a wonderful discovery. He found the genealogy of his own family. He learned that he was a descendant of Joseph, the son of Jacob, who had been sold into Egypt long ago. He called Nephi over to show him the names of their ancestors carved into the brass. Lehi stood up, his face shining with inspiration. He looked at the plates and then at his family. He prophesied that these records would go forth to all people and nations. He promised that the words on these plates would never grow dim with age, but would be preserved by the hand of the Lord forever. That night, the camp was filled with a quiet light. Sariah and Lehi sat by the fire, feeling the warmth of the flames and the peace of the Spirit. They knew their journey would be long, but they were not afraid. They had their family, they had their faith, and they had the Word of God to guide them through the wilderness.
Like and subscribe.